Welcome to Convo with CJ. Today I have a special guest. This is my dear friend, my best friend, Marlon Grigsby. He is the founder of Sentry IT, and Sentry IT focuses on IT consulting, enterprise IT solutions, and cybersecurity. That's just one of his businesses. The other business that he has, Marlon is an author and clarity coach. He wrote two books in 1 year. He wrote The Ultimate You and The Ultimate Man. I'm very excited to share this conversation with you today. How you doing, Marlon?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Marlon. Let me ask you, why did you create Century IT?
As a former CIO and CISO working in corporate America, I was really thinking about change and I wanted to advance in my career because I was kind of bored. I was kind of running off autopilot. So when you get in being a top leader, a CIO, and you get your team running like a fine oiled machine, right? It's different, and you feel like I need a challenge. Personally, in my life, if I'm not challenged, I feel like I need to go. Right. I've done everything I need to do. And now it's time for me to go on something bigger and better. And at a certain point, I was like, all right, it's time for me to jump ship and to go to a larger organization, be the top leader there for their IT strategy and initiatives. And then I was thinking to myself, and I started seeing all these people coming into my office, selling to me, being a consultant to me. And I was like, man, I think that's what I need to be doing because they're not smarter than me. They're not better than me. And quite frankly, I know more than them, but they have access to different people and they're doing the same things, but they're doing it in different environments, in different customer environments. And I like the idea of that. Not only that, I like the idea of working for myself. And so when I was thinking about starting Century IT, I was like, I'm really passionate about service in every area of my life. So whether it's personally or professionally, I want to help people. I get something out of serving other people. And then think about doing that from a professional network, from my professional career. So I can still be heavily involved in IT, consulting, and cybersecurity and providing solutions that people need. I'm providing clarity from their organization and I'm providing a service to them. And my goal when I started this was I know what it's like to be in that chair. I know what their pain points are. I know what they have to deal with. I know what keeps them up at night. And I want to help solve that for them. And I want them to look good in the process. I don't need the shine. I don't need that. I'm that guy behind the scenes that I can make you look good. I can help you get everything you need from an organization and department standpoint to make you successful. And I'm happy with that. I get pleasure out of that. And so when I started Century IT, that was my goal to really service CIOs, so chief information officers, and CISOs, chief information security officers. I want to be their helper, their trusted advisor and a partner in their business and their department. And that's why I really ultimately started to be of service to those people sitting in that chair.
Wow, that's that's impressive, and it ties to so many things that you're doing within your business. I mean, I love the fact that you focused on service to your clients, service to the IT community, and that you're passionate about being of service and driving value. Let me ask you this. When you think about the CIOs and the CISOs, and we have this thing that's called artificial intelligence that's everyone's talking about. There's chat gpt that's going on, and what do you see or what excites you most about the future when you think about the gpts, the ais, and then also, if I can give you two questions, so one, what excites you about it, and then I will be really interested in knowing what keeps you up at night to make sure that you are providing that service so that your clients feel so safe and secure using Sentry IT.
Yeah. So thanks. Really what excites me about AI is this is a revolution, right? This is the AI revolution. This is something so big that you cannot even imagine how big this is and how it's changing the industry. Like when the internet came out, that was kind of a revolution, right? And this is another one. This is changing the game of everything, every industry, every organization. And you're either going to accept it and adopt to it and figure out how to use AI in your business and in your organization, or you're going to get left behind. And that's the bottom line. And people always say, well, AI is going to take our jobs and they're going to do this. Yeah, it's going to get rid of some jobs, right? Some careers are no longer going to be needed because of AI. And just think about the infancy of AI, right? So we're at the very beginning stages, and look how far we've come. We're not talking about years in development. We're talking about 1 to 2 months, and we see another radical change. And so that really excites me. And another thing that excites me about this AI revolution we're going through is actually not the jobs that it's going to take away, but the jobs and the businesses that are going to be created because people are adapting to it and adopting it and figuring out how to use this thing, right? And so it's presenting a lot of different opportunities if you are abreast of what's going on and the new changes in the environment and how this is going to affect organizations and businesses. Because let's be frank, people running businesses, they don't have time to stay on top of what's going on in AI and how they can leverage it in their business. They're too busy helping their customers, doing whatever they need to do in their job, right? In their career, in their business. So they need somebody like Sentry IT to come in and let them know how they can leverage this in their everyday workflow of processes, right? How can we automate things? How can we leverage this to reach more customers? Hey, what is this regulations for AI? What does that mean for us from a compliance standpoint? And we can kind of filter through the noise and explain it in a way where it makes sense, not only for them, but in their industry. So whether it's legal, whether it's another industry, we can actually understand the changes and patterns and shifts that are happening within that industry and explain it in a way that they can understand as a business person, not necessarily as an AI technology guru, right? And so that really excites me, where we can be that communicator, that advisor, that trusted partner that can come in and explain to them and understand, let them know that they don't need to be afraid of AI, but they need to accept it and adopt it and learn how to leverage it best in their business. And not only that, especially if you're in a large organization, how do you put boundaries on your AI? All right, so we're going to start using AI. We're going to start using Chat GPT. But guess what? There's some biases in there and everything. So how do we put boundaries in it to make sure it doesn't negatively affect us in our organization and our business negatively?
Wow. I mean, such good information in there. I mean, I love the fact that you see it as, you focus on the growth mindset piece of it, which is it's going to create jobs and opportunities for so many people. I mean, that's huge, right? But it does take awareness, and it takes a person to engage and being willing to learn more. But the opportunity that exists there is game changing. And I love everything that you said regarding that. When you think about, like law firms, right? And legal
Yep.
professionals, how can you, or what opportunities do you see where companies like yours can help law firms navigate through this new change, this new revolution, this new shift?
Well, yeah. So it's it for law firms, it's so vast, right? The solutions that AI and just cybersecurity in itself can affect your organization. So we can help and come in and offer like robust cybersecurity solutions. So think about threat detection in your environment, data encryption, and secure communication platforms, just to making sure everything is in a secure manner. So why are law firms so susceptible to this? Because they're any industry that's handling sensitive information is a threat. They're a target, right? And so cyber criminals are going to be targeting these law firms and this industry because they have sensitive information. So how do you protect that information? Because we're in a day now where data is everything, and you have to protect it. You have regulations, you have compliance needs, and let's just be real about it. Especially for smaller law firms, one hit from a cybersecurity criminal, one leak of data information could be the end of your business. That's it. It only takes one time. Unless you have millions of dollars accessible to you to pay or to do this or do that, that could actually end your business. So you need somebody, you need a partner to kind of come in and kind of help you from a cybersecurity standpoint and give you suggestions, give you an assessment. Hey, where are we on this maturity model of cybersecurity within our environment. We have our IT department. We may have a security consultant, or we may have a CISO, but are we doing the things necessary as a best practice for the enterprise in the legal tech space? And we can kind of come in and do an assessment and evaluate everything you're doing, good, the things that you're missing, and maybe the gaps, and how do you remediate that to make sure that you are in a secure posture. Because so we're in
Go
a
for
day
it.
and age where it's not a matter of if we get hacked. You are going to get compromised. You are going to get hacked. So it's how do we respond when we get hacked, when we get compromised? How can we respond? Is our data going to be readily available? Do we have backups readily available to us so we can be back up and running with no problems? Or are we going to be at the subject of a data breach and at a compromise, and we're going to be asked to pay, cryptocurrency to get our data unlocked? That will cripple and stifle a business and can even end a business just like that. So we want to put the boundaries and the guardrails up to make sure we protect this house of our business, our law firm, and we have to be protected. But you can lock all the doors, lock all the windows, and be protected. But a criminal, if they really want to get in, they really target you, they can get in. Whether it's from misconfigurations within your infrastructure, or maybe it's some sort of internal leak. Somebody clicks on an email and boom, they just bypassed all your locked windows and locked doors because somebody just invited them right in, you know? And so how do you respond when something like that happens? And at Sentry IT, that's something that we really talk about from a disaster recovery. So disaster recovery nowadays is not so much that you're going to be wiped off by a critical storm or a tornado or earthquake, right? The disaster recovery is that you get compromised and your data is held captive. So how, from a business continuity standpoint, how do you restore? How do you continue to do business? How do you continue to serve your customers when you're in a situation like that, a breach like that? And so those are some of the things that we walk through with our customers and give them assessments, and then help them find those gaps, help them find those holes in their security posture to make sure that they're in a more mature state and can really sleep better at night.
Wow. I mean, I know that you could talk about this because I could feel the passion for hours, and there's so much to jump into um, on this particular subject.
Yeah,
Just for even from the business continuity standpoint, it's like you could just have a long conversation just about that.
right.
How can people, if they're interested, locate you and connect with you regarding Sentry IT?
Oh, excellent question. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, I'm very easy to find. LinkedIn, marlongrigsby.com, part of centuryitgroup.com. If you want to find us, our website, there's easy to, on our website, centuryitgroup.com, you can easily set up an appointment. You have access to my calendar. So let's book a 30-minute consultation, free consultation. Tell me what your pain point is, and we can help figure that out and give you a little bit of clarity on what these pain points are and how can you best address them. Whether you're a security professional, whether you're an executive just worried about where your organization's posture is from a cybersecurity standpoint, we can come in and do a quick evaluation and give you a quick snapshot and an executive summary on where we see you are from a security posture, and some quick things that you can do from a remediation just to improve your posture so you can sleep better at night. And we're always available to help and serve. And again, my passion is to serve my customers, which are CISOs or CIOs, those leaders of technology who are responsible for their organization and their business, keeping them safe, secure, and efficient from an IT standpoint. So I'm happy to help, and you can reach out to me via LinkedIn or through my website.